Hey everyone, it's Aaron with Crypto Trends. Today, July 30th, 2019. Please keep in mind this is not financial advice, just my opinion. Alright, so what are we taking a look at in this video? We are going to be taking a look at BTC and, well, its trend, see where it's going. Is it going to 10K, 20K, 5K? Hey, we're going to be taking a look, see what's going on. Also, VeChain. VeChain is awesome. If you didn't know, do your homework on VeChain because VeChain is awesome. And also there's a, this is the main topic of the video, there's a disturbance in the force. And you may have been sensing something, that something is wrong, something is not quite right. It's not kosher, it's not halal, whatever you call it. So we're going to be taking a look at that. Anyway, so let's move on here. Please like, subscribe, get notified, all that good stuff. And let's go take a look at the big guy BTC. Alrighty, and I'm streaming. Awesome. I always like it when I'm actually talking and I'm streaming. Alrighty, okay, so here is BTC USD. This is on Bitfinex. This is on the 1 hour. Let's go take a look at it on the weekly, okay? All right. Ooh, look at all that stuff. Let me turn that off temporarily. Oh, we got to clean up my chart. Anyway, so what do we have here that's interesting? Yeah, nice gradual upslope. Another one that looks like, not quite as gradual, right? Little bit of disturbance here. Okay, so what can we tell from this? Well, you can get a lot of indications from the volume. So notice down here, the huge sell volumes at the bottom. That's really not a great sign, but sometimes they do indicate a turning point. Now this one here, it was matched by, now this is way back in time. This is in November 2015, okay? Let me scroll in, see if you guys can you see that better? Okay, that should work for you. Blow this up. Yeah, so we have a huge sell, and then we have a huge buy, right? Alrighty, so let me just move the scale on this so it's a little bit better. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Okay, so we had this bowl shape going on. Huge sell. Things weren't looking good. Went sideways. And then we had a huge buy. And that just pretty much gave enough momentum for, you know, up to 2017, right? Up through the end of 2017. That was basically the Kickstarter. Whammo. Okay. And that was on November 2015. Nice, huge, long bull run. Okay, so we're seeing this here now, and then what happened is that a lot of people were expecting a gradual bull shape or parabola shape, not as in like going parabolic, but a parabola like a bull, and that got a little bit thrown off kilter here with this spike up in price. Yeah, so what? Okay. Look at the huge volumes, nice volumes on the buys, and on the flip side, large sell volumes. Took us down, and we're still seeing the same thing. Now, what we have here going on for the weekly is that if you look here, just look at this pattern here, because I know a lot of people are into patterns. It's easy to see. But right here, we can basically say, okay, we've had a nice big up thrust here, and then a drop, and then a drop, and then a drop sideways, and then it just puked out, right? Then it went back up, and here we are. It looks like, yeah, could we be dropping and dropping and dropping? A lot of people are thinking that yeah, it could go down to like 8,500, and I even have it on my chart that, yeah, 8,500. And so what we do is we look at volume. We look at volume as an indicator of what's going to happen. Yeah, let's get out of their ads. So what do we have here? We have an increase in buys, right? That follow this. An increase in buys and a big sell. Now notice here that this is a real tiny buy. Green candle, let's put it that way, on the last one on this week. And so we'll see where that takes us. We'll see where that takes us. Following this pattern, it's following basically a bull. You see that? Oh, there's all my lovely things. But anyway, down here in the volume, it looks like, yeah, we could see higher volumes and stuff. And so we'll see. But let's go take a look at the so the weekly is just kind of like, yeah, okay, we're still in actually a bull market, not a bull run, but a bull market, because let me get these off again. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. Turn the indicators off. All right, yeah, we're still like in a bull market because the general overall trend is still just, I mean, it's just increasing, right? It's just zoop. We don't see it dipping down below this level. So yeah, still overall a bull market. All right, let's go take a look at it on the daily. See what we have. We're looking for clues here. Let me put it back on auto. There we go. Alrighty, so what do we have going on here? This is the last few weeks, right? Had nice big long up thrusts, then a secondary top, and it looks like it's just going down, and people are looking at that pattern way back when. Oh, it could just be like another dump, and it could be doing a like a waterfall to come down to the previous support level here on the left to the 8,000s, or even down to like the 5,000s. So we'll see. But right now, the price where it's currently at, it has killed and taken away all the profits up in this area in here, and took us back to around, you know, where this all started really going up parabolic was around 9,500, right? So all the profits above that are like gone. Oh well, c'est la vie. Okay, so let's take a look at this thing, see what's going on. And I have my little chart here. I have it marked up according to Wyckoff, and I was thinking around 10.6 would be a pretty significant level, and it still is. So anyway, up here at the top we have the buying climax, and then it's gone down ever since. Green trend is your friend. It's been going down, just doing a bleed out, right? Doing some fake outs and bleed outs. So we'll see what happens, but looking at this chart, it doesn't look like it has enough oomph to really bump up. Alright, so let's go in and look at it a little bit closer, because I like to look at, I need to pay for this subscription. Anyway, what we have here is that we have, on the second dip here, we have a classic indicator of a possible downtrend starting, and that's when it's in the upper area on, I'm looking up here in this upper relative area, specifically at this candle here, where it's a downward, where it's a down candle, which means that the close from a previous top is, you know, it's below, okay? That's what that means, and it occurs in an upper area, and sure enough, it was on very significant volume relative to the volumes around it, is the highest volume. So that means, hey, there's a lot of pressure going down. And another thing here is that it did not close in the half a bar range or above. It closed in the lower half. So that's an indication, yeah, it's going to go down. And sure enough, it did, right? And we have the same thing right here, down, okay? Yeah, that happens. But what we're looking at here is that you can actually, what I was talking about with the down candle and stuff like that, that's part of Wyckoff, well, an extension of Wyckoff, taken a little bit further, called VSA, Volume Spread Analysis. And yeah, so anyway, what we have going on now is something interesting. We had a huge sell here, which basically means, yeah, it cleared out a lot of the sellers, a lot of the bears. So everybody that's going to sell is pretty much taken care of in this range. That's how I see it anyway. And then we have this low, and it popped right back up, and it popped right back up as far as the close goes into the upper, almost looks like the upper quarter, which is very bullish to me. And here we are just stepping up. So if we go here to like the 4 hour, let's go to the 2. Okay, and we go to the 2 hour, then all of a sudden we can see our BARTs. Yay. And so BARTs occur, well, they're continuously occurring in the background. It's just that when there's really low volume, nobody is really buying or selling, they just appear because the water level gets low enough to where you can basically see the BARTs jumping around on the bottom. So that's what's going on. This is just high frequency trading bots, stuff like that. They are what they are. They're everywhere. They're like a virus, man. But nevertheless, so we have our BARTs here, and we had the open BART and then a closed BART for this little cycle. And then we have the closed BART. Closed BART gets mirrored. It usually has a mirror of it going the same direction. And what I mean by that is, like right here in this area, this would be a mirror. Okay, so if we took this, it would mirror from this side to this side. Now that's one of the things that we look for. And with that, with the mirror, what we're looking for, or I'm expecting, is some type of an increase right around from the top to about 25% down to about the top of this one. So I'm looking for a BART or a Jedi candle or whatever you want to call it pop up here and probably meet right around this range. And lo and behold, we have this basically kind of little trend line, which should correspond, let me redraw it, right around there. So between this point and this point, okay, these highs. And so let's go ahead and adjust that. So we'll see, and let's take it up to right around there, okay? And then with the overall trend line going down like this, we kind of have to jump it down. So I'm going to guesstimate that it's going to be around the 25% area of this bar. So that's why I brought it down. So that's what I'm expecting. So about 99, which takes it right around that magic number of 10K. So we'll see what happens. Don't bank on it, because it could be just the reverse, and we could see a stair-step pattern where it just dumps and continues dumping and going down, because later on what we have is this box. Let me go ahead and bring it up for you guys. This target box here, way down to about the 8100 level, and I've had that on my chart here for a long time, and it looks like, hey, it's heading right for that bad boy, doesn't it? I had this drawn when we were just way over back here in May. Yeah, isn't that cool, kind of? Anyway, so it could jump up here. I'm looking for it to actually, what would be nice to see, if it could jump up above this automatic rally level, this AR, this white line. If it could jump up there and actually hold, then I would be a lot more bullish as far as an upper price goes, because eventually sometime I'm expecting it to come back and retest this. Okay, it's just a matter of time, in my opinion. When it does it exactly, I don't know. It could just continue upward like that, or it could come down here into this box, eat through it, and then eventually just bounce. So we'll see. I mean, there's a ton of scenarios, right? It's a market. Anything can happen. But usually what happens is that things go down and test and then go up. And taking a look at this from a Wyckoff point of view, this could be, we had one lower test, we had our AR, we had a test down here, we had a test down here, there aren't any more buyers, and then a really interesting thing happened that I'll get to in the disturbance area. Real interesting thing here, but anyway, this could actually start turning into this could actually be the beginnings of basically a spring. And that's because we have, if you take a look at the volumes, for the very, very high volumes, the very, very high volumes are decreasing, which is cool. Okay, so those are the highest volumes decreasing. Yeah, get out of there. And then for the medium level volumes, they're decreasing as well. You see that? Pay attention to the different levels of volumes, okay? They kind of tell you a story. Now, when it's down low here, we only saw one significant sell, and that was from that BART, okay? And then one significant buy. Okay, there's a reason about that. That one's kind of fishy. But anyway, if we go down further and we blow up the volumes even more, it's just like chop, and it is declining at the same time. Let me go and get my different pointer here so I can adjust that. At the same time, so we have the volume level declining. At the same time, we have, well, let me put auto back on. We have a general uptrend in the short term, right? This is like cool. So we have a general uptick in the very short term. That's like cool, awesome. What else do we have? Other clues? We are actually eliminate this guy here. If we take this guy out, well, we have pretty much decreasing volatility. We're not seeing big, huge jumps like these BARTs in this area. This guy's special, once again. So we see these huge jumps going on. This actually is a bullish signal because what it is it's a wicked stop hunt. And that's a bullish signal because it went down and cleared out all the stops. And what that does is provide liquidity. Yay. Okay, wicked stop hunts. Ooh, something in the magical forest. Alrighty, so what we're looking at, we have a nice stop hunt. So we have liquidity going forward. We have a nice general uptrend. We have a BART that is closed. We have another BART with an open that has not closed that we're looking for mirrored close signal on it, which would be in this previous BART was a down. The mouth is pointing down, and this one is pointing up. So its closing would be an up bar. So there it is. And we're do I think it's going to hit? Well, 25% and up. Here we go. So right around in this, anywhere right around in here. We'll see. I could be completely wrong, right? Completely wrong. Don't bank on this, okay? This is from, I'm not going to tell you what it's from. Well, it's from my experience and stuff like that. All right, so that's what I'm looking for. So we'll see what happens. Is Bitcoin dead? No, it's not dead. This could actually be a spring, an indication of a spring. If it hits up here, it could just keep on going, and we're looking for a test up here. When it gets up here above this preliminary supply line I have here, that's when things are going to get interesting. So watch for that. That's around the 13 level. So we'll see what happens. I'm not calling for 13 right away. This takes time. Okay? Alrighty, so that is Bitcoin. That is Bitcoin. What else was I talking about? VET is awesome. Yeah, VET is awesome. I love VET. If you take a look at it on the fundamentals, it is awesome. Where can you take a look at on its fundamentals? Well, there's a great place. It's called its Twitter, man. Yeah, go check out its Twitter. You can see a lot of the things. Just scroll through the VeChain Wallet SDK. Software Development Kit is out. What does that do? It allows developers to easily create their own wallet with the SDK. Check it out. Hey, they want developers to go out there and like, do this and check it out. There's also another thing going on here. Yeah, hey, OceanX official. Es ist in Deutsch. Yeah, that's cool. And also they had a Germany meetup in Germany. That's awesome. So they're doing stuff there. What else is going on? The San Marino Republic. That's in Italy. They're looking to do some tests and experiments, and it's a test bed for innovation and integration of blockchain basically into society. Very interesting. Highly suggest you take a look at this article because it looks like Italy is like just going green. And San Marino they want to be like the first carbon neutral country on the planet, right? So that is really cool. Check this one out. Read it for yourself. And I mean, there's just VeChain is just awesome. Look, stakes. You can get stakes on VeChain now. Okay, that is awesome. This is on JD.com, and this is for Latitude 28, which is a rancher in Australia. Yeah, so they're raising a bunch of cattle and stuff, and you can they're putting it on the blockchain. Way cool. Yeah, so if you order your steak, hey, and you're not in like a steak place, like in China, this would be a great idea. What else is going on? Why is it awesome? I mean, just its partnerships. You have DNVGL, PwC. You have Bright Code. They're doing this thing here where they're having reintroducing their partners. So this one is on Bright Code. Bright Code, if you didn't know, is hooked up with part of Bright Foods, and Bright Foods is like the second largest food distributor in China. They have milk, huge in milk, right? Milk, dairy, that type of thing. They had that trial run with Cupid Milk. That was really cool. You had a QR code on there. What else is going on? That's with Bright Code. That's really cool. You have the ENN, the energy, the gas, the liquefied natural gas, LNG. That's really cool that they have going on. You have the virus traceability thing going on. It's a trial run. It's supposed to be in place in 2020. That's for in Shanghai. Just thing after thing after thing. You have JUR here, JUR. That's San Marino area. Comprehensive legal ecosystem totally built on new models and concepts. So yeah, you're looking at legal documents on the blockchain. It's just use case after use case after use case. I could sit here for hours and hours just going through all these. I suggest you do the same. Okay, so VeChain is totally awesome. It is by far, on a fundamental analysis basis, the best blockchain out there. I'm including Bitcoin in that, okay? On a fundamental basis, VeChain is like the bomb, man. All right? And I like Bitcoin, but VeChain for me is like the bomb. There's a lot of people that are in it like 100%. And yeah, you have some people I've seen on Reddit that they say, well, I put a little bit into, they swayed from the path, okay? And, they bought Player or something, a little bit of Player. So maybe like 0.05%. I guess we can forgive them a bit, but not too much. But, people have to do what they have to do. I understand that. And I myself must admit that I have a little bit of Player. Anyway, check out VeChain. Price-wise, how's it doing? It totally sucks price-wise. I mean, I'll be honest here, man. I mean, there's nothing you could say about VeChain price-wise, and that brings us into the other part, a disturbance in the force. So let's go check out this disturbance. The disturbance back here on BTC, and I brought this up a while ago. Previous video. Let me zoom in here to the 15-minute day. Let's see here if this shows it a little bit. Okay. Boy, they're really hitting the ads hard here. So on the 15-minute, here's that stop loss. I mean, that stop hunting that went on, okay? And these occur, all right? Here's an article on it. Longs and shorts worth 50 million liquidated on BitMEX in minutes. Yeah. So they said, price fell between about 94 to 91.6 in a few minutes, and then, lo and behold, it went right back up. They're saying, oh, lo and behold, and what does their this article's say on it? Basically that right here, this crash liquidated both longs and shorts and caused both bears and bulls to lose a lot of money. Yeah. The only winner in this whole scenario seems to be BitMEX. Wow, imagine that. Unbelievable. I can't believe that. Put in the comments whether you believe that or not. Do you think BitMEX or other exchanges are actually doing stop hunts? Yeah. Who else knows where the stops are placed? Yeah. Yeah. Tell me your opinion. I'm not saying they do or they don't, okay? But stop hunting is a known what do you call it, procedure to create liquidity in the market. Okay, and it did not originate with cryptos. I shall say that. Okay, if these guys did it, if BitMEX did it, they learned from Wall Street. Okay, so we'll see. Or this could be Wall Street themselves, right? We know some players are in this market, right? So we'll see. Anyway, what are your thoughts on that? But this is like one of the things where something isn't right in the market. Okay, it's like part of a disturbance. This one was unusual. It's like a disturbance that happened at a really odd time. Also, we have if we go over to good old the B place, okay, the B place, and if we look at just looking at some charts here, mainly over here at the order book, okay, let's take a look at the order book. I have this on BTC. And it's ordered from high to low on the percentage change, okay? And take a look at this. So the total BTC, yeah, a whole bunch of 0 point whatevers, right? Okay, not so exciting, but yet it's like climbing, all right? So let's look at Enigma here. Yeah, there's some BTC, same as on the buys and sells, okay? Let's look at ZIL, good old Zilliqa. Keep your eyes on Zilliqa. This is interesting. Do you see a difference here? Well, what we have here is that we have 10 Bitcoin, 4 Bitcoin, 2.5, 1.5, 1, 3. We have a bunch of Bitcoin here, right? On the sells and on the buys. Okay? The bars are all the way over to the left. Very interesting. So the highest one here just scanning is 10. Not so long ago, right before I made the video, there was like 14 or 15 in there. Interesting thing. Keep an eye on ZIL. I like ZIL. Look at its overall levels going down as far as volumes, and yet the price is going up. That means basically that supply has been eaten up, and so when demand is constant and supply is low, that makes price kind of increase. Okay, Econ 101. Okay, so that was, so ZIL just dropped down real quick. Let's take a look at HOT because that popped up. What do we see here? Very heavily, see the lines here on how heavily controlled that is? And lo and behold, look at all of these Bitcoins on HOT. 30, 40, 40, 39, 40, 58, 103, 52. This is more than what is in the Bitcoin order book. This is how ZIL looked not very long ago. Apparently, it just flipped over to HOT to keep HOT in a very narrow 1 to 2 cent range, right? Where's it going? I mean, you have 11 here with 131 Bitcoin. And that's on the buy. And then on the sell, 52. And then right above that at 13, 103. So that's 155 right there. That's huge. So something is not quite right there, guys. You guys see that? You see that? Something is not quite right. And this is beyond. This is way beyond just trying to provide liquidity from the market makers. Okay, the market makers. Oh, you place an order, so they go in and they buy it, and then they sell it at a slight profit. That's what market makers do. They're important to trading and stuff like that. But this is this is a little bit beyond that. Yeah. And so that was on ZIL not so long ago. Is it on Engine? No. There's nothing. There's no interest on Engine. How about ZIL? Okay, it was on ZIL, but it popped off. It's not nearly as heavy like it was on HOT. And how about this Golem? What is Golem? No, nothing. BCH? No. Status? No. Engine? No. No. Well, no. One that was just getting hit hard too right before I made the video was Pundi X. Pundi X was very, very, very controlled. And that seems to have been slipped out. taken out of the queue, whatever they're doing with their computers. What else do we have? Anyway, you guys get the picture. You can scroll on down and you look for the order book where there's huge amounts of BTC. What is famous for this occurring like almost its entire lifetime, like all the time, is VeChain. Look, here we go. 9, 10, 10, 12, 12, 11, 15, 14. Pretty much. I mean, there's really nothing that's getting through that. Sometimes there's 600 BTC buy and sell walls. Enormous. Okay? That's that. I mean, things are way more than in the Bitcoin order book. So VeChain has spent most of its life being strangleheld by this type of manipulation. And just keep that in mind, guys. The price for VeChain is going to go wherever these guys want it to go. Question is, why? Is this the foundation? I highly doubt it. It's doubtful. I did a viewing on it, and it's not the foundation. Like that's 100% guarantee. No, it's a remote viewing. Come on, take it with a grain of salt. But I would say, in my opinion, it's not the foundation. It's not VeChain. Let's put it this way: who would want to see VeChain go down? Okay, what if you had a crypto and you see another crypto and it's the one getting all the partnerships that everyone else wants? Okay, how would you feel about that? What would you try to do to make your coin go up? I don't know. You tell me. No conspiracy theories or anything like that. Just, real stuff. What do you think's going on here? Why the huge order book for basically the entire life of VeChain? And then also with, as I showed you of late, why with HOT? Let's see, is HOT doing anything still? Jumped up to 9%. It is still flooded with hundreds of Bitcoin. Okay? How about Zill? Zill's still screwed. Not nearly as bad as it used to be. But PundyX was just like HOT, and then that just fell out of it. Anyway, that's about it. Video's getting kind of long. Just saying, something is not right energetically in the whole crypto market. We see Binance basically kind of trying to mimic what Ethereum did in 2017. To me, as far as putting out coins and then leveraging them and bumping them up and stuff like that. I don't know if they're doing it themselves, but that's what's happening to the coins. It's like it's a big old pump for a little while and then it just dumps. And those are the new coins. So I don't know. I can't say for sure, right? But that's what happens. And to me, it's just, I don't know. It's not right there. Why that is happening? Money grab, whatever. Leave your comments. What do you think? You tell me. I have my suspicions and stuff, and I'd like to hear yours. Yeah. Anyway, so that's about it, guys. Like, subscribe, get notified. Just going to go say hi real quick to some people on the chat. So let's go do that. Hey, peoples. Thanks for watching. Hey, dances. Greetings. So these vids are always a nice end of the day excitement. Low. Yeah, VeChain is exciting. It's not even exciting. It's awesome. But, yeah, videos are fun. Crypto is fun, man. There's been a lot of negative energy. Have you guys noticed that around crypto as a whole? And this occurred before Trump's little speech, right? It was happening before that. It's just like negative energy out there with cryptos. What do you think's happening? What do you think's coming up? What do you think they're preparing for? Ooh, keep your eyes open for a widespread opening beyond just the top tier, the very, very top tier clients, to the more general clients of Fidelity. Keep that in mind. Watch for that coming up shortly. That there is energy for that. There is big time downer energy. The vibes are really bad. All over the place. You have the IRS FUD. People getting letters. Oh my God. I actually have to pay taxes. Yes, taxes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. All those people in the stock market have to pay taxes. One thing to note. Don't vote for anybody that's for capital gains. Don't get fooled into people telling you, oh, capital gains, that's only people want to get rid of capital gains, that's only for the rich. You guys believe that garbage? No. It's for what a bunch of garbage. We want capital gains gone for us, for the rich, for the very, very wealthy. We just want them gone. It's a tax, right? There's other ways. No more capital gains. I'd be happy. Anyway, back to that. So, hey, thanks for watching, Mega. Thanks for watching Dances. Hey, Robert, how's it going? Asking, let me get some coffee here. So, Robert asks, will VeChain be the first 3-token ecosystem? VET, VThor, and stablecoin. Very interesting. It looks like it very well could be. It very well could be the stablecoin, right? So we'll see what's going on with that. But then also keep in mind that VThor itself is designed as a currency would be designed. So if you're designing electronic currency, you'd basically want to be able to manipulate it just like how VThor can be manipulated adjusted, okay, to where the generation rate can be adjusted, right, or the the generation rate could be adjusted so that there's so if you hold a certain amount of VET, you get more VThor generated, right? And so that's one thing that could be adjusted, and that's very similar to like one thing that they're doing, which is interesting, is where they're buying the VThor, right? Companies are buying the VThor and stuff, and that kind of reminds me of like the bond market. That's why I see it. Like the VThor is kind of like the bonds and stuff. But stable coin, I don't think they're calling it a stable coin. I think they're calling it a settlement coin, because they already have a stable coin, which is VThor. All right, it's designed to be a stable coin in regards to, in the context of price of USD. Okay. So the amount of transactions, and that's another thing they can adjust. How many VThor does it cost to is the charge for a transaction, right? That's something they can go up and down and stuff. So they can do the generation rate and the amount of VThor it costs for a transaction. How much does it cost to write to the database? And so they have two mechanisms to do that. To keep price according, in line with a fiat range, they can do that, and it's like designed to be a digital currency. It's really cool, stable. In other words, that's how I see it, as it can be and achieve stability. That is VThor. It can fluctuate in a range and stuff, sure. It's not like a stable coin where they try to peg it and have it be 1.00 cents, right? $1 even. So a settlement coin, I'm rewording it for you, in other words. So can it be VET, VThor, and a settlement coin? Yeah, I think so. I think that'd be really cool. That it very well could be. And there should be news on that coming out shortly. Keep your eyes open for that. Thanks for the question, Robert. So Mega is super excited for TKY. Did some math. 9.7 billion coins, 1.2 billion people, 8.3 coins per person. Just throwing that out there. Yeah, and assume that, okay, 25% of the population is elderly. Then once a month, they're going to go need to use the key to get their pension check, right? So that's just the elderly. Then you have the people that are basically, like if they want to go and get a medical reimbursement for medical insurance, that type of thing. Yeah, there's a lot of use cases for the key. We're all hoping that it's the real deal and not some like elaborate scam. If it's a scam, it's like they're doing an awesome job. And if they are scamming, I would say actually try to make this coin and have it be what's been said and follow through, and you can make a ton more money than you could ever at a scam. So if it's a scam, it's like the best idea and practical use case I've ever heard of for a scam, but I don't think it is a scam. I can't say that for sure, of course, but yeah, it is. I think it's an awesome idea and tremendous use case, that's for sure. They're keeping really quiet about it. Just, why would you want to announce stuff when you're having all the unrest in Hong Kong? Yeah, with the military having exercises on the border. Yeah, civil disarrest in Hong Kong and the military is on the border. Yeah, I wouldn't want to live there right now. Anyway, yeah, so super excited about the key. If you haven't done research on the key, look at it. And with every crypto, it's extremely, this is like, this is the Wild West, guys. The Wild West. Keep that in mind. Yeah. Check out TKY. Ton of research to do there as well. Yeah, so Kyle says, yeah, I think it's going to the low 8,000s. Yeah, that's kind of like what I have on my chart. Let me scroll out here. Let's put it on the 1 hour. I've had this box up here for like months. So I have it, the range is, top is 81.10 basically, down to 75, let's call it. So somewhere down in there. If it drops below that box, if it hits this area here, about to 68, then things get quite interesting. That's where like sharks live in this area. Then it'll be time to get sharky, man. Time to get like hardcore sharky. Right now, it's just doing its thing, bouncing around between trading ranges. Doing a little shakeout. I mean, that's what's going on. It wants to shake people out, scare them. Don't forget that a lot of this market is psychological warfare. Psychological warfare. Read Sun Tzu, The Art of War, if you haven't. So yeah, you're just long for the ride? Yeah. Yeah, I'm a long-term holder. Hey, Rio. Thanks for watching. Says, with regulations coming in, do I think that will impact U.S. citizens' ability to hold VET? Oh. Yeah, I can't say for sure, but I don't think they would take it that far because there's not a lot of interests of VeChain in the United States. It's mainly in Europe and other places. But for the US, it's kind of like forgotten for some reason. There are some US holders, of course. But yeah, I don't think so. The one thing that VeChain really has going for it, and you can see this, it is a fantastic utility coin. It is something that businesses can use. Because what are you doing when you're writing to the database? Yeah, companies have databases, sure, but this is writing out to a public database that everyone has access to. And the closest thing that they computer-wise had with this is something called web services. Ooh, where you could basically just hook in directly to another computer, and whammo bammo, you're exchanging information. And that could put loads on people's computers and stuff like that. So you write it to a chain, which is like going to a cloud, and all of a sudden you can have just the information there written in a safer environment than just on your servers, right? Because you have to open up ports for web services or APIs, stuff like that. So if you put it up to the public blockchain, just the information you want up there, people can access it. It's like a central depository for information, which is really cool. And then if they want to query stuff, then they can go back and query the company's computers, where they could have like a web page and display, oh, like the tea, here's our products, this and that type of stuff. But VeChain really is really super duper uber strong as far as the utility side goes. So I'm really not feeling it there. I think people will be able to hold VeChain, but who knows? I mean, Congress is challenged sometimes. We'll see. This market is risky. Let's put it that way. Asking, will I get more VET when it hits 50 sats? Well, I don't know. Let's go take a look at VET again. Oh, sats, you want it versus BTC. Let's look at it on the Binance. Binance chart is a joke. Look at that. It's so natural, isn't it? What a... I can't even go there. Let's go someplace else. Guys have seen this. I didn't put links in. You guys can find them. You're smart. You're watching my channel. You're smart enough to find those. Usually put in links. Just didn't feel like it. You know how it goes. So let's go to oceanx.pro. Alrighty. So here, VET BTC down 1.02%. Come on, thing. Hurry up. If you guys didn't know, this is one place where you can exchange your VTHOR for VET, for Bitcoin, for whatever. Okay. So, looking at VeChain right now, this is on the 2-hour chart. And, yeah, so we had some little stuff going on here. Little play action, had a fail between the buying climax, drop back down, and that's because it's just being forced down. And then look at this huge stop hunt. Whammo. That's actually bullish because it wants to clear the order book out. Whammo. And then move forward. This thing, the way I see this chart is that it has so much upward momentum. Okay? The gas pedal is to the metal, but the brakes are on. And what all this is smoke from the tires squealing away. That's what's happening. If you look at this chart, upward pressure, upward pressure, upward pressure. Tremendous amounts of pressure. This thing is a steam kettle, man. As soon as they release it, it's going to blow. I mean, it's like going to blow. And so they have a very heavy lid on it, driving it to wherever it goes. So what I do is periodically I just pick more up, okay? And that's just me, because if I go out here to the week, like I'm not worried about if it's, sat level. I mean, if I go out here to the week, This is like ridiculously low. I'm not worried about saving 5 sats or 10 sats. No. Because, I mean, this is like ridiculous. If it drops down to 5 sats, 50 sats, excuse me, yeah, we'll see. But, I just periodically get VeChain, okay? And I usually buy a majority of the VeChain with the VThor. That's what I do. Anyway, so if it goes, 50 sats, 20 sats, it can go down to 20 sats, okay? It can go down to 20 sats. There's no problem with that. It'll go wherever these guys want it to go. And these guys being who's ever putting on those huge buy and sell walls to keep it within a 1 sat range. That's been doing this forever. So we'll see. Can it go down lower? Yeah, absolutely. Can it go up higher? Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things, man. So for me, this is a long-term hold. I just look at buys. I haven't sold any. Well, I did sell a little bit when I sold a little bit and picked up some player, but that was mainly from because I was swapping out some VThor. So I guess I technically had to sell vet. That was like the first time. Oh my gosh. Anyway, forgive me for that, guys. But overall, this is like long term. This is a weekly view, okay? And this is like, to me, it's ridiculously low. Can it go lower? Yeah. But I don't care. I mean, I'm looking towards 2020, 2022, that time frame, okay? I'm looking for the Olympics to be an interesting time in Tokyo in 2020, so we'll see. Keep in mind that I used to be a programmer, and I designed and developed platforms for logistics, okay? And so I know how long it takes to implement some of this stuff. Okay? It takes a while. It's not something that's done overnight. So if you like it at 50 sats, hey, get it at 50 sats. You like it at 100 sats, get it at 100 sats. Whatever, it's up to you. Can't answer that one for you guys. Yeah, Binance. So, yeah, Binance. Kyle thinks Binance. Hey Leonard, thanks for watching. Halal chain is up 50% in the last 14 days. Really? Really? You don't say. Have you guys ever heard of halal chain? Where can you find it? Well, just go over to CoinGecko. You can type in halal or just HLC. So there it is, halal, H-A-L-A-L. I say it like halal, with a ha. That's just me. I'm strange that way, I guess. But lo and behold, yeah, look at that, 14 days. Wait, dude, what did you say? 50%. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, 42%. It dropped a little bit, but yeah, there you go, man. Why is this important? Why is this important? Why am I following this one? Let's go over here. HLC. I've done videos on this. I put like a picture like a camel in Dubai in the background. Dude riding a camel. It's like Sands of Fortune or something like that. Go back and look at those videos, okay? You can scroll through the videos and you can watch what I'm talking about, halal chain. But yeah, so this thing is turning, it was originally going to be for like halal food. And they're getting into global Islamic economics and stuff. Very interesting thing. This thing has the blessing of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, who is the eminence, the ruler of Dubai. He's a big dude. He likes horses. That's like really cool. He used to have a I don't know if he still does, but he used to have a stable called Godolphin Racing. But anyway, horses are honorable, and so he has his backing, or did have his backing, behind halal chain, where it had his blessing, which is an important thing. And keep in mind that Dubai really wants to be, it wants to be up with the times, okay? It wants to be modern. It wants to be innovative. It wants to be a powerhouse in the digital. It wants to be in the digital age, okay, for financial and other things out there. All right, it's making moves, okay. So there's a lot of things going on, and it's almost like they're seeing that, okay, oil has taken us so far. Let's go further. Okay, that was just a base. Let's go further. And so Halal Chain, HLC, is part of that. Okay, and what do we have here? RFID and sensor readings. Yeah, cool stuff. Brand processing, commodity, model iteration. Checked out these guys. Nobody hears of them. I think I'm the only one that ever has done a review on them, as far as I know. If you know of others, great, give them some love. But yeah, Halal Chain. Good old Halal Chain. And a great place to read, to catch up on them, is their Twitter. Oh, it doesn't exist, please. It did. Okay, something happened to them. How about their Reddit? Okay, I hope they didn't just go blank. Okay. Maybe it's just my computer, because they used to have all these posts on Twitter. So this is April 14th. I hope they're still alive. I have to check them out, because 4 months ago, yeah, this is a Reddit. It was their Reddit wasn't a good place to follow them. It was on their Twitter. And then I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe this is really weird. So I have to check that out. Anyway, yeah, they're up 42%. Do your research on Halal Chain. Thanks for the heads up on that. So Scout Sniper likes my charts with all the squigglies. Yeah. Maybe I should put those back up so you guys can take a screenshot and, you know, measure the angles in between the squiggly circles and stuff. You could chart my squigglies. It'd be a whole new charting theory there. Thanks, Scout. Appreciate it. Oh, Kyle says he got liquidated. Oh, within the 5 minutes that were set above and below trend lines to catch breaks. Yeah. Keep in mind that exchanges know exactly where you place stops. I for one, never ever place stops. I only do market trades and market sells. And that's me. And I only do spot trading. I never ever do any type of... I'm a boring type of person, basically. I only do spot trades and only market. And why? Because when I push a button, there it is. They can't see it. Now, they do have bots that sit in between my order and the exchange's order, you know, that comes in. And those bots go in. And like if I'm buying, they'll go in and they'll buy a little bit first. And then I can buy. And I'm talking like microseconds, milliseconds, microseconds. Then my order hits. So that way I get charged a little bit more. And that happens all the damn time on the stock market. They call it co-location. Yeah, it's a bunch of BS. But anyway, it is what it is. But yeah, so as far as liquidation, sorry to hear that. But yeah, that's the name of the game. Think if you want a secret on what the name of the game is. The name of the game is pain. To cause you pain by taking your money. That is the name of the game. And play it that way, that they are out to get you. Okay? But you know, yeah, a lot of people got liquidated. It's a sad thing, but learn to be a shark, man. If you're swimming in the water, know that there's sharks there. And so, yeah, it's just what happens. One of those things. Sorry though. Sorry about that, Kyle. So Leonard says Halal has deleted their Twitter and Medium account. Well, that is bad news. That is really bad news. I didn't buy any, couldn't buy any. That's too bad. I wonder where else you can find information about them. Might have to take a look because, I mean, it's up, you said, like 40-50%. What is going on with that? Where's the information coming from for that to be bumping for 2 weeks? I know that they were, let's see. Can we get to their webpage? HLC.com. And if they have anything as like news. Here's their white paper. Yeah, we'll see. They were putting out information on their Twitter like every 4 or 5 days, every week, you know. So I don't know. Maybe you guys, if you guys are into HLC, check them out. They're a dag. Interesting. If you guys have any more info on HLC, let me know. Because I'm like doing a video, I don't have time to like research it. So Kyle says, I can believe leverage exchanges are stop hunting to liquidate is to make money. Yeah. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, that's I mean, it's unregulated. Why wouldn't they? Right? Why wouldn't they? The New York Stock Exchange would love to be able to do that. That's for sure. But they don't. They do have stop hunting, but I don't think it's the exchange itself. And there's been rumors about BitMEX actually doing that. You know, it's like I can't say for sure. This is just like, kind of like hypothesis theories and stuff like that. But, yeah, it would not, it is definitely not beyond one's imagination that they liquidate it, that they are playing against their clients. Yeah, and hey RT, yeah, Vet is controlled. Yeah, damn crazy how much there is on the walls. Absolutely. It's like, what made me make that video is like I was, saw Punny X way up there. It's like Punny X. And then I was looking over at the order book. I was like, my gosh, that looks like V-Chain. What is going on here? There's something up with the force. Where Punny X is one of those coins that could be real deal, man. Okay, it's one of those with actual real world usage. Those are the coins. Those are the coins that are getting hit hard. The crap coins just getting pumped and dumped, man. But the real coins are really getting slammed. It's interesting, slammed, controlled, damn crazy, absolutely right. Who do I think is manipulating? Enemies. V-Chain. It's competition. V-Chain is a big threat to other cryptos. Because yeah, it's like doing things, and if you're not doing things and just trying to play out your scam, that's a threat. Okay? And then also companies, other corporations, because what I mean by that is, this is just like a bunch of hot air, take it as that, okay? Because if you were a company and all of a sudden, you know, like you have your little logistics thing going on, whatever, and then all of a sudden your competition goes on blockchain and has this great, fantastic thing going on where customers can see the temperature of your products and this and that, and now all of a sudden you're going to have to invest a ton of money or it might not even be feasible for you to do it, regardless of the money that you have. What else are you going to try to do? You know, businesses go at war with each other. Okay? Business is war. That's why I recommend reading The Art of War by Sun Tzu. It's all smoke and mirrors, it's lies, it's deception, it's positioning, it's very interesting stuff. Okay? But who can I say? I think it's more than one group. That's what I'm saying. But I do not think it's VeChain. Okay? I'm pretty sure it's not VeChain themselves. So RT's thinking it's Binance being peed off because VeChain has OceanX. Yep. Imagine that. OceanX is a competitor, and OceanX is really gearing up to be an industrial strength, enterprise level exchange for companies, for other exchanges. It's not fooling around with the yous and me's basically of the world. Okay, they're looking at getting hedge funds and stuff like that. Okay, they have the hardware. They have the hardware mechanisms they're developing. OceanX is just going to be I think a monster in the future. And so yeah, there's a lot of people gunning after OceanX, gunning after VeChain. Yeah. VeChain is making a lot of I don't know if I would call them enemies or actually people after them, which is actually bullish, because if you're in the back, people aren't going to try to pick you off. Only if you're in the lead, right? Which, in my opinion, VeChain definitely is. So Kenchichi says, "Oh my God, it's time to buy more vet and hot." You do what you got to do. Yeah, I would be happy to pay the tax on $1 million. Absolutely, me too. Okay, so Leonard's saying, talking about stablecoin stuff, and let's call it a settlement coin. Okay, they want it to be a settlement coin. I believe VeChain will have its own settlement coin to allow immediate payments within the supply chain without the volatility of VeThor or VET. Bingo! Payments with a smart contract that is stable for the most part. Yeah, a settlement. I think there's reasons they're not calling it stable, but I'm sure we'll learn about that in the future. But yeah, I think you nailed it right there. Payments with smart contracts. As soon as you hit received and it gets approved, whammo bammo, funds get sent automatically with a smart contract to the vendor, upon receiving and approval, that type of stuff. Yeah. Hey, there's Mike and Billy. Hey, how's it going, Mike? Manipulated is the force. Yeah. Good old manipulation. Can't have a market without it. Yeah, and the government might not be so happy with crypto as a whole. Yeah. Might be onto something there, Kechichi. So Mike Millie wants to know, when will it pump? That's the question, man. That's the question. I'm looking 2020. Okay. Why do I say that? Because the timing just seems right. There's something going on with the Olympics. I can't say what it is, but it just seems right. Okay. VeChain, the 5. It's the will of Allah. We'll see. Oh, so Leonard says that Halal Chain, he thinks it teamed up with Quitmir. Or Kitmir. Cool. Yeah, Kitmir. Sorry about that. Interesting. I'll just read some comments here. Yeah, how much vet to be a dolphin? Well, you could be a baby dolphin with just one. Okay? And that's a good start. You start with one and you learn how to swim and you grow from there. Maybe you can be a big-ass dolphin. A whale dolphin. What is that called? An orca. Yeah, a killer whale. Shamu. Yeah. So, Mike, you a Shamu yet? We'll see. Hopefully, if not, you will be soon. Okay, so Juan wants to know, how is it that China lets VeChain operate there? DNVGL has a ton of clients in China. DNVGL is the world's foremost authority and provider for ISO certifications. It actually does the certificates for ISO. And that means that basically it's certified that you follow certain business standards and practices, and you are audited from an outside agency, either from DNVGL or an authorized third party, to actually go in and make sure that you're following all the ISO procedures. And what that does is that China likes that, okay? They do this. They have this with a lot of their businesses because it actually creates. What it does is, I mean, gosh, they have so much problems with counterfeit. Is that they really need more DNVGL out there, because then they can be assured, as best they can be, that a company is following everything that they should be doing and following procedures. And that's the best, that can happen. So DNVGL provides trust, and China is really big into that, and they have a lot of pre-existing customers in China. There's a ton of manufacturing in China, right? And also Sunny Lu has ties there, and PwC has ties in China, and so it's the group, the connection. Everything's connected. Okay, and VeChain has a lot of oh, thanks Leonard for joining Teachable class. But VeChain has a lot of connections going on in the background as far as business-wise. Sunny Lu was with Louis Vuitton, right? Making luxury purses. That's how he got the idea. Oh my gosh, Louis Vuitton purses are being counterfeit. How can this happen? How can we prevent it? Oh, blockchain, cool. Yeah, let's put a tag in there. Cool. Yeah, so they're very big on this, and they have a lot of contacts and business enterprises going on. DNVGL is awesome. PwC is awesome. Walmart China, client of PwC, right? Yeah. So very, very awesome. Also, VeChain has stated that they need to get the vaccine traceability solution. Hopefully, in some type of working engagement, working product, working something by 2020. Okay, and that's for Shanghai, and that's a test bed. There's lots of things going on, but they're allowed mainly because VeChain works with governments, works with regulatory agencies instead of against them. That's the difference. VeChain is here for enterprise and business. China knows business. Okay? That's what VeChain is doing. They are business oriented, and they work with regulatory agencies and governments. Just like in the US. They want to be on the up and up. Earlier in the video, we showed a post about San Marino, country San Marino, city-state in Italy. Yeah. And so they're doing, I think it's just going to be a fantastic test bed for the social applications of blockchain into society and government processes. It's going to be fascinating. And even if VeChain dumps to zero, let's just say, it's still going to be doing its thing. Okay? Let's say it just dumps to zero, it's still a fascinating project. Okay? It could go way higher. I'm not saying it's dumping to zero. Okay? I'm just going to say, hey, if crypto was like gone, and there was just VeChain with a Zayan nodes and nobody could get on an exchange or whatever, VeChain would still operate, because it would be kind of like behind the scenes in the business world, because it's of use. Anyway, it's not going to zero in my opinion, by any means. Hope that helped. It was a little bit wasn't quite clear on that. No, halal chain is I get you. It could be kosher. I don't know. I don't know if I haven't looked at them a bit. But yeah, apparently something happened to their Twitter, man. So I don't know. It might not be kosher. Might not be acceptable. We'll see. Keep an eye on it though. Interesting project, or was. This is crypto, the Wild West. So Kechichi says, I hear Pundia's in hedge funds. Yeah, that'd be cool. Way cool. Hey, Gil, yo. Who else is hedge funds interested in? Zilliqa. Yeah, Zilliqa. Let's see. Just reading here. Okay, so Mike and Millie's trying to be an orca. Okay, great. Okay, so you want to know, so Juan's asking a question. Can China decide to confiscate anything VeChain has in the Republic of China? Of course it can. It can take everything VeChain has inside of China. It can take anything any company has inside of China. Okay? That's how China gets a lot of its inventions. From stolen technology that Americans and Europeans and others have brought over into the country to manufacture. They manufacture it, the Chinese take the plans, rip it off, create their own in their own company. And then they compete against the producer that took it over there with the original technology. That's the true China hustle. And they can shut any company down that they wish. Okay? China seems like it's really on the up and up and pro this and that for companies and the Republic and all this. Dude, do your research on China. That's all I'm going to say. But it's within their borders. They can do anything they want. The U.S. laws aren't going to do anything. Russia might have a little bit better chances with them, but that's just because, their proximity. But China really doesn't listen to anybody, and they just do whatever the hell they want for the most part. And so, yeah, they can take anything that's within their borders by force if need be. But the thing is that if don't forget that VeChain is out in Singapore, which is different. Okay, it's an island. It's not Chinese. A lot of people there speak Mandarin. That is for sure. It's an official language. So is English, but it's not Chinese. Okay, they have a lot of ties, business ties and relations in China. They also have a lot of them in Europe, in Italy, in Australia, okay, in the US. So if China goes to pot, don't think VeChain is just, going to take a dump with it. It's spread out more, okay? VeChain has headquarters in Paris, don't forget, right? Yeah. But yeah, China can confiscate anything from anyone that's within its borders. Miguel says, VeChain is such no-brainer. I'm surprised more YouTubers don't favor it. Isn't that interesting? Maybe they don't know how to do their research. And they just follow what they hear. I don't know. It's truly, truly, truly amazing why other YouTubers aren't talking a lot about VeChain. It really blows me away. Okay? And the key, I get the key. The key is like, okay, we haven't heard from them in a while, and then people are calling them a scam and this and that, and so we'll just see. We'll just see what happens with the key. But VeChain, though, man, VeChain is putting news out all the time. It's like real deal stuff that's verifiable. They have the thing going on with IBM where the networks can send data to each other. That's what's happening with Walmart. Totally cool. It's just, I don't know, man. You could sit for a week and read off all the stuff about VeChain. I don't know why people don't talk more about it. Totally blows me away. And so Chichi says, if VeChain goes to zero, I'll pick some more up. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'll rent a truck and put all the coins in there. That's for sure. Have to get probably a semi-rig to hold them all. So Mike Emily says, I wish China would confiscate Justin's son. I think this is what I think, man. I think that he had to miss his luncheon because he couldn't leave the country. That's what I think. I think he's being looked at. Yeah. I think good old Justin there is losing some friends. Yeah. Shedding, Chinese don't like to lose, or the Japanese for sure, don't like to lose face. Okay? He's not painting a nice picture on the crypto market as a whole. Yeah, so we'll see what happens to good old Justin. So King of Crypto says Solana is going to be released by Qualcomm. Oh, excuse me, by former Qualcomm engineers. That's a big difference there. Could be game changer, fast. Yeah. Without sharding. Yeah. And here's the thing. Just because something's fast doesn't mean it's worth anything. The fundamentals mean a heck of a lot, because if you built it and you don't have any connections where nobody's going to use it, then it doesn't matter how fast it goes, right? And so you got to look at the other things. It could be the best thing out there, but if they're not first to market, they better have a far superior thing going on. And as far as 50K without sharding, that sounds a lot along the lines of credits. Yeah, they can do that probably on a LAN, a local area network. But when it goes to a wide area network and it needs to have distributed computing, we'll really see, because it depends on the network speed between the different countries. And sometimes things just can't go that fast in actual usage. Okay? And it's the different ISPs, and it's all network related. They technically probably can go that speed on a LAN, but until it gets rolled out on the mainnet and going that speed, we'll see. Okay, so when there's things about huge speed going on, yeah, it could be. And then plus another thing is that you got to look at the and I'm not talking here just about Solana. Okay, this is in general. All right, I'm not picking on Solana at all, but in general, when you see just high speeds, you got to look at, okay, so you got to look at the transmission rates on a metropolitan area wide network, a MAN, or a WAN, a wide area network. Okay, and there's different speeds and stuff between the ISPs, and some of them just can't go that fast. Some can. Also, you got to look at, okay, how you got to look at the smart contract side of it. Some smart contracts are a lot more sophisticated and take a lot more processing time by a computer. So if all of a sudden you have this huge smart contract that it has to chug through, i.e. there's a lot of code, a lot of ifs, thens, whatever, that it has to massage the data, whatever it has to do, does it have to go reference some off-chain stuff, whatever, on how it works, in order, once you hit the button, how sophisticated, how complicated are the smart contracts. Once they get once they start to get from extremely simple and moving on, the 50,000 K has to go down. Okay, complexity lowers speed, so there's only so much that you can do. All right, because the other computers on the net have to be at a certain level to chug through them. And then what you do in a distributed network is that you have different capabilities of computers. Somebody could be running, I don't know, an i7 basically, call it, or somebody might be running an i5, or as far as their chips, their video cards, whatever that's in them, they might be running, I don't know, some type of Quadra NVIDIA card versus a normal video card. Or somebody could be running a video card and somebody else running an ASICs. Okay? And they're all trying to do this together, and there's just different capabilities and stuff. So the 50,000, yeah, it could be in a LAN in a perfect setting. Okay? And that's just one of the things, not just with Solana, but with everything out there, that when they talk about huge network speeds, we got to take that with a grain of salt. Okay? And then also, network speed alone isn't the primary factor. Okay? Isn't the primary factor, key indicator for a crypto. Needs to have other stuff out there. So take that into consideration when you're looking at any coin out there. Credits is a, like Leonard just signed up for my course on fundamental analysis. And in that fundamental analysis, we went over scoring credits. Yeah, good old credits. I was trying to remember its name last time, but it was making like really fantastic TPS claims. And so we'll see. Can they do it? It just depends what the usage is for. It just depends the usage and the use cases and what gets developed on it and how complex that's going to be. Blah 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 blah. Just keep that in mind. So I guess my point is, in short, not everything is pure speed. But I'll check it out. I'll check out Solana. If you have more info on Solana, hey, share the love, right? I don't have a problem with that. Haven't heard of them. Just giving you my point of view on stuff. I'm a developer. Have been for like 30 years. So I might know a little bit. Well, probably forgot it all. But, yeah. You want to share more info? Put them in the comments, man. Share the love. Maybe somebody will be interested in it. And that's what crypto's all about, okay? It's community. Hey, this is like a fun thing to be in. It's interesting. We're at the beginning of a new asset class, which no one has been in our lifetime. No one alive has been in a new asset class because there hasn't been one for a long time. And here we are participating in the birth of a new asset class. How exciting is that? Oh, so there's a must watch. Part 2, The New Silk Road, Part 2. Okay. Look that up. I assume it's on Netflix. Kachichi asks, if China is the best copycat of all, do you think that they are the ones that do not want VET? No, I actually think they don't want VET. They need it. There's a difference. They need it. They want it like yesterday. Why? Because my last video was on like pigs and crops and crop failures and stuff like that. You guys probably want to know what the hell, but it's because the more we're like the sun is changing a bit, okay, and it's like in my yard, I have like plants that got like sunburned that never ever got sunburned before. And I have like blinds in my house, and where the sun hits them, they actually melted, man. That never, ever, ever happened. So there's something going on with the sun. And yeah, there's weather change and stuff like that. And that's natural. Then this is all natural stuff. But there's something going on. And so I'm looking at probably a reduction in crop output. I mean, you can just see all the floods in the Midwest where they can't even plant in their fields because it's flooded. And so, yeah, you're going to have this next year, you're going to have a big reduction in crops, and not only that, but in livestock and stuff like that. The livestock with the pork, with the little piggies in China, with the flu, that's going to cause a big issue. And the thing is, with China's already had reported cases of where they've had counterfeit pork chops to where it looks like a pork chop, but then when you go to cook it, something's not right. And they actually looked it up, pulled the thing apart, and it's like made out of paper mache. It's like, come on, man. So that's counterfeit pork stuff, right? And so the thing is that when you have shortages, that's going to increase the prices, and when there's an increase in prices, that's going to increase the boldness of the counterfeiters, because there's more profit to be made. So yeah, so we could have this. And then when people eat paper mache pork chops, do you think they're going to get sick? Yeah, they're going to get sick big time. And so that's going to be another headache that China has. They already have plastic rice and God knows what was in that baby milk, baby formula, where a bunch of babies died and stuff. They've had some sad cases there. So and then the vaccine thing, man. They've had some really detrimental things occur to them because of counterfeiting. And they really want to reduce the copy stuff. And I think they really do. I think they're seeing the way where they're growing out of it, let's say. And so they really might not want VET. It goes deeper where they actually need VeChain. Okay? Hope that helps. Mike, no, I wasn't invited to the YouTuber influencers thingy, Tron Gathering. No, I did a review on the Tron's chart just the other day, and I'm sure that was the nail in the coffin for me. Yep. I think that's the last video. Just laughing all the way through the Tron chart. It's entertaining. Yeah. Yeah, Kachichi says if they want to go fast, they have to change old cables in the ocean or go satellite or something else. Yeah, huge infrastructure costs. Right now, the U.S. is just now trying to get on 5G. And it's not going to be rolled out everywhere. There's going to be a lot of places that don't have it. So you're having different network speeds, this and that. You know, I used to do stuff with mining where, you know, we'd dig stuff up out of the ground, that type of mining. Where trying to hook up a plant, sometimes places didn't even have the lines for a telephone, so you had to buy a satellite phone to talk to the facility, because it's out in the boondocks and there weren't any towers, cell phone towers, anything like that, and this is like a big production plant and stuff, so you'd think, oh, okay, fine, whatever. But there's other cities like that around the country. I'm talking about the U.S. here, around the country, that are just really limited as far as like their network capabilities. One of them, of all things, is like Monterey. Monterey has like super duper uber fast network lines, but that's for the military, not for the public lines. I mean, they have like dark cable for the military running through Monterey. Super duper fast, man. But as far as open to the public, you have dropped connections and this and that. It's like you might as well be like on a modem, or it was when I was there. I don't know, man. The U.S. has some really fast things going on and some really like third world rural things. Interesting. Well, you know, we'll see. So Mike Millie says they'll do anything for $1. Yep, follow the money. Anyway, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, I have like the best viewers in the whole wide world. You guys are like sharks asking real questions. You're not just saying, "Oh, when moon," you know. And you know that's okay to ask that, but you see other channels, that's you know what I mean. I don't have to say anymore. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, get notified, check out my little fundamental course and stuff like that. You know, I'll tell you straight up, it's boring, but it tells you how to make a spreadsheet for your own fundamental analysis. And if you're not already doing that, hey, check it out. It's like $9. It's super cheap. Anyway, guys, have a great one. Best of luck to you. Do your research. And I have to go try to figure out what the hell happened with Halal Chain. So catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.